Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good eve. Ning. Sean Hicks coming at you. We got a little look ahead of lines here. NFL week 1, college football week 0, week 1. We'll run them down. We'll run them down for you. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Listen, I rolled it out on all the YouTubes tonight. Picks of parlays, winners and whiners, and max wagers. And of course, Sean Hicks. But I have a new YouTube coming up for myself. So, appreciate you want to come give it a follow. There you go. Sean's Best Bets. I'll be loading up 2 videos for tomorrow on there. But, yeah, new little YouTube. The lives just don't cut it, so I'm going to just keep that more of like taped kind of content. Going to add all of my college football, NFL, like future kind of stuff there. A lot more college win total futures than NFL. Only one NFL one, but loads of college. Speaking of college, let's get into it. I'm Mr. Sean Higgs on the X, by the way. And, of course, you could listen after the fact on iHeartRadio podcasting. You see the records rolling across for college footies. Number 1 on the Picks Parlays Network the last 3 years. 56% winners. What was that, 700, 850 games? So there's that. We're going to start it up, though. Let's get to it. High noon in Ireland. North Carolina, TCU. There's an 8. There's 7.5. I didn't really add anything. Figured just go over them live with the different numbers here. Odds Logic Live, feeding me the info as I go along here. No real movement on this game for a while now. It did open up, 6.5. So TCU's bet up a little bit here. Not a lot of North Carolina love out there, right? We think that this is Belichick's last year, right? Something with his son. Lombardi's out. I do have nothing on this game. Did not bet anything on this game. Lean a little TCU, 6.5, 7, that area. I really don't want to go over the 8 mark. Although at 7.5, if it opened 7.5, I would probably be interested in the favorite there with TCU. Again, slight lean here on TCU, but again, did not play it. Next game up, San Jose and USC. I did play this over at 58.5. It has now moved to 60 and even a 60.5 out there. There's a 59.5 out there. So shop around your lines. And I'll mention the legit places, legal. DK has a 59.5. FanDuel has a 60.5. We venture into the waters and the desert. South Point, Circle Bowl at 60. So I like the over here with USC. As I mentioned, I've already taken it. Would I go that? Well, it was 61.5 last week, so it's come down a half a point there or come down a whole full point at FanDuel because it was 61.5 and 60.5. So it's come down a full point since the opener there. So use that as you wish. I'm still on the over. Honestly, I'll probably be on the over next week too at USC in the next game. Fresno's up next. Virginia, NC State. I said I liked NC State here. I haven't pulled the trigger. I want to. I'm trying to get behind on 5.5. The line has not moved. Total slight movement. There's a 53.5. There's a 52.5. and there's a straight 53. I have really nothing to say on that kind of number for that. Where's my little score predicto here? 50, yeah. I mean, we're right at 53. So there is that. Lean NC State, haven't gone to the window. We did here, though, with Jacksonville State versus North Dakota State. I didn't play this under season win total for North Dakota State, although I am thinking about it. Stepping up a competition, albeit we could laugh, right? And it's like, oh, it's not Alabama's or your Ohio States or your big schools, but it's still a step up every single week. So this line was opener at 10. Didn't last long. 7.5s. 7s. We are now at 6.5s in a lot of places right now. Total lower as well. 46.5. So this has come down. That's 46. That 2 full points in this one. I can agree with the under movement here. I mean, I like the dog anyway. We have the dog plus 7.5. We'll see how that works out for us. Sacramento State and Eastern Michigan. I have nothing on this one. 9.5, 52.5. There are 10s. There's a 10 at Circa. There's an 8.5 at South Point. So there is that. I want to an 8.5 Sacramento State. Listen, this is Eastern Michigan. Not Michigan State. Not Michigan. Not even Western Michigan. I think it was in the MAC bowl game, championship game last year. I mean, 8.5. Boy, I want to somehow get behind the Hornets here. I haven't though. I got what, 13 games. I did not get this one. I did not get to this one here. Next up, night game: Florida State and New Mexico State. 31.5 at FanDuel, 31.5 DraftKings, 30.5 at FanDuel, 52.5 total. FanDuel 53.5 at DraftKings. There is a 54 out into the waters, 53 flats in the desert. And there's a 52.5, 52 even. That's at the score as I look at the live lines here. Florida State. I did a video with my buddy Doug up, so we're talking about this team. And I was like, you know what? I don't say I'm buying on them. I kind of like they're over. I think, I don't know what to think. They beat Alabama. You see that kind of game, even if Alabama overlooks them, like, oh, you guys are trash. This is still Florida State. I mean, can Norvell coach a little bit? Although the seat is on fire. The seat's on fire for this guy. I will not be shocked if he's canned mid-year. 31.5. I'll tell you what. I was going to say it's about Notre Dame as well, but their 21-point spread against Whiskey. Florida State better win this by 40. If this is some kind of close game, dude, this guy might be done by October. He's out of there. Stanford and Hawaii. 5.5 out in this game. There's a 6 at Caesars. YouTube Premium picks probably say, you got this at 3.5 with me at Stanford. It's gone up a bit. I don't mind. We got the defense. Hawaii on the mainland. I think Chiang is 4-18 on the mainland as a coach. Give me Stanford. And another one. moved on the folks here. But again, if you follow me, you should have had UNLV minus the 3, and we're not going to lay 5.5 or 6. So that's actually a 4.5 back down here. So a little buyback there. It did get as high as 6 where it was last week. 5.5 now. Again, opener at 3. I don't understand the Memphis love. UNLV's got a little QB battle going on. Listen, Memphis rebuilding. We had 2 QBs last year for UNLV. How'd that work out for them? They got to the championship game for the Mountain West. I like them again here. We got 2 comments, then we'll move on to the next games. Dylan's in the house. He likes Jacksonville State now. All right, there you go. You like North Dakota State to start. You flipped it over on me. I like it. Good. Clemson, I'm against you. Louisville money line, huh? All right. Maurice. Good to see you, Maurice Luis. How are things going? NC State, I can do. I like Virginia. I just got to I don't like Virginia, I should say. I do like them over Virginia is what I meant to say. But yes, I agree. Tennessee State covers 47.5. Yeah, Kirby's not a big he's not a big high we're going to cover 50-point spread guy. That is 100% not him. So I do agree with that assessment of taking the dog there, Tennessee State versus Georgia. All right, next go. Where are we at? Thursday, September 3rd. UMass or Rutgers. Rutgers. Here we go. My guys. 30.5, but UMass could easily be the worst team. I hope Rutgers wins. I always pull for Jersey. We got the light. Look at this. We got the Jersey license plate. Well, of course, we're pulling for Rutgers. I wish they kind of pulled something like the U. Why can't we keep everybody in the state of New Jersey and be good? 30 points. Big. And will I be betting Rutgers minus 30 points? Yeah, I can't do that. 28.5 at FanDuel, by the way. So if you want to grab that instead of 30.5, that's what I would recommend there. 2-point difference. Akron and Wake Forest, a 22.5 point. Actually, 23.5 point. Look, actually, a 24s out there as well. So, okay, we got a little fade to zips here. So Wake Forest is getting into the money here. 23.5, 23. There's a 24 at Circa. So we do see some movement there. Fanatics with a 24. Open to 22.5. There's a lot of 23.5s out there. But it looks like someone is having faith in Wake Forest. The Demon Deacons. He's doing it for Rodney Rogers. Colorado and Georgia Tech. I like Georgia Tech. I can't do a Colorado with Deion. Can they hang around this number? Listen, if this was like 10, I'd like it more. Now, I didn't bet Georgia Tech. I like Georgia Tech. I got it right here in the caps. I do like them, but this is did I get on this one yet? No. That's a no, but I do like them. And it's open at 7 too, so it came down a little bit. People were like, "Oh, let's get Deion. He's getting a touchdown." 6.5. UAB and the Illini, 28.5 currently. Totals stay the same. So, a point difference. I'm not all that worried about that if I was an Illinois backer. I do not like this game, though. I didn't look at it. I sometimes look at something like, I'm not interested. Illinois needs to make a little noise. I know they got their nice new scoreboard. Is that going to generate anything for them? Friday, we got San Jose and Eastern Michigan going at it. This will be Eastern's second game, as well as San Jose State, right? Because they're opening up the week 0 in Sacramento State versus Sacramento State for Eastern Michigan. And then we see San Jose taking on USC. Now, San Jose is flying from USC out to Big Ten country, or in this instance, Macland. 4.5, still steady, 53.5. I would, you know what? I want to think about a little San Jose, but it's just such a bad travel spot. Cali to this joint. Opener 3.5, by the way, so it did get automatically built to Eastern. And let's be honest, that's the travel. That's people betting into a big travel. UTEP in Oklahoma catching a 40 piece. Now, as we look at odds logic, we have a 41.5. You see the added number there from last week. And there's a 42.5 at Circa. Circa's saying we got a lot of Oklahoma on here. Let's bump this line up as well. South Point also 42. So people in Vegas betting Oklahoma. Maybe the crewing from Bet Bash. Maybe they're there coming out for a draft weekend at Circa. Who knows what's going on? But the line is up 2.5 from opener at Circa and South Point. 41.5 is everywhere else. 41 at Fanatics. You want to get down on that one. Yeah, I mentioned the sports books because they're legal in these states. And if they're not legal in the states, well, I can't push you to a PPH. Sorry. Toledo and Michigan State. I like Toledo here. Again, Michigan State's kind of in a rebuild. But the real thing of this is that the Rockets usually a solid MAC program. I'm getting double digits. And I say this a lot about different schools where it's kind of like you hear, oh, they just got owned by so much. Like, you look at this, like 10.5, or in this case, it would have been 11.5, went to 10.5. Even at 10 here at DraftKings. So it look a little easy to take the Big Ten school over a MAC school. I like Toledo. The Canes and Stanford in their second game, let's be honest, it'll be off a nice win. 24.5 at DK, 23.5 FanDuel, 24.5 Circus. So FanDuel with the lowest. There's 24.5s everywhere else. And I'm a little high on Stanford because I like you got luck. You got some money there because of the tech nerds could bring some cash and get some recruits in there. It's going to take a minute, but I do like them to improve. But although everybody else got them as the last team in the ACC. So, listen, Miami, your favorite pretty much all over the place this year. You're going to Notre Dame. That's a revenge spot for them. You're probably going to lose that, but let's be honest. You have one loss, you'd be in the ACC championship game. You should take care of Stanford on the road. You're as good as you think you are. As good as your head stink you guys are. Fresno, USC. USC, again, another tomato can from the run-up points on. I like the over 51.5 here as well. No real movement. 22.5 still, 23.5. 51.5s across the board. No movement whatsoever. Again, I like USC. You got some comments that hit Saturday action. Giovanni's in house. Would anyone subscribe to your new channel? Yeah, subscribe to the new channel. I'm going to be adding videos over there and stuff. So there'll be more content over there. Not as much live. If I do a live, it'll probably be over here. That's going to just be more recorded kind of stuff, premium stuff. Gio's in the house. Giovanni's subbing to the channel. Appreciate it. Do I like over 50 points, Oklahoma and Tulsa? Right? Is that who that was playing? Did we do that game yet? Where is that at? Oklahoma. Oh, no, it's Oklahoma State. I got to find Oklahoma. I don't know what they got. Yeah, Sparty, exactly. And they got a new coach. We'll see how they go. NFL went 4-4. You went 4-4 with those, huh? Excellent work. Again, AM. I wasn't like trying to knock it. I just said, it's a different system than what it was previously off the 10-point wins, because now you're missing a whole swath of games that usually follow up that. But 4-0, get it in your little Rolodex. Write it down. Keep track. That's the kind of stuff carry over next year, because now you know what I'm saying? That's good to know. And nice going 4-0 with it. Dylan likes Baylor. Yes. Hawaii. Which Hawaii? Week 1 Hawaii you like? Memphis against the UNLV? No, thank you. Like UNLV against okay. I was like, which Hawaii? Yeah. Because we got the 2 weeks. We're doing 2 in a row. See, Hawaii at home is different than Hawaii on the road. 2 different teams. All right, Coastal West Virginia. That said, I took West Virginia in this game at 17.5. It is now even higher, 21.5. Across the board, 58.5 totals. I can't tell you to take over 21. I can't do it. 17.5, 18.5, 20 points, it's a win. 21 to win. We're over 21.5. Eesh. Nah, that's big. I'd have to peel you off that one. Liberty and James Madison, 6.5, 52.5. I told you I was going to go visit Liberty. Sent out in October. Guess I got to pull for them then. I like the 6.5 here again. 6.5, 2.5s, I'll be looking towards dogs. 3.5, 7.5s, I'll be looking towards the fave. North Texas and Indiana. I like the over in this one. 55.5. This has come down. So last week, 41.5. There is 39.5s. Well, let's just start. 41. There are 41s. There are 40.5s. There are 39s. There are 39.5s. So decent move to the under in this Indiana game. So there are people. Did I say to the under? Or I meant to say to North Texas, because the over is steady home at 55.5. Oregon State and Houston. I'm pulling for the Cougars there to get it done. Let's go H-Town. I told you my son's couple of his teammates from his high school class he graduated with are on this squad, so I'll always be pulling for Houston. Let's go Houston. ECU and Alabama. Boy, I want to take East Carolina. I really do. I said this last week, 20.5 points. No movement. Total still 54s out there. Maybe half. There's some 54, 64.5. That would be not something I love in this total. I do like the dog. I should probably like the over, right? I mean, I think Alabama's a score. But I don't know if they're going to score, right? They're breaking in what? New quarterback for them as well? Just thinking ECU. ECU versus Alabama. I don't care. I'm getting 4 touchdowns. The Ohio Bobcats versus Nebraska. 23s, 23.5, 24 is pretty much everywhere in this one. 47.5s. with the lone 48.5 being at FanDuel. I mean, them and DraftKings are always a point off. One guy's got the higher total, one guy's got the higher line, and vice versa. The old one-upmanship. I think, again, did I play this? No. Would I lean Nebraska? Here's another coach I think's got to start winning and take care of business in a big way. Boosters are going to want a big win. Want to get paid, fellas. You want your no money? Let's run it up. Miami, Ohio, and Pitt. I've already bet Miami, Ohio at plus 16.5. This line is currently, where's Miami, Ohio? First game on the board. I'm all the way down it. 16.5 cross board, 50.5. There is a 51 out there. I like Miami, I'm pretty much done with Pitt. I think it's time for a coaching change there. Tough spot. Pretty good basketball. Used to have a pretty good basketball team, but I don't know. This has not transpired in the ACC for them. Bring back the Big East, please. Bring it back. Kent State versus South Carolina. We are at 36.5, 53.5. So those numbers have not changed since last week. We know Kent State's going to be a bad club. I guess this is where the SEC kind of pads their thing. Like, look at this. We got a ranked team. They won 66-14. We're fabulous. Let's jack up everybody's strength of schedule rating. I mean, should this game be 45-3? Yeah. Going to be laying 35 points with Carolina? No. That ain't happening. Baylor Auburn already on Baylor. We got another coach who's on the hot seat here. He's joined at the hip with Florida State. Right at the hip. Is Dave Arianda or something? Yeah, Dave, you're in trouble. Still took you here to cover. I still think you're going to battle here. We'll see. We'll see what you do against Auburn. BC and Cincinnati. Oh, the Bearcats. Where is our guy, Danny Fortune, when we need him? Him, Nick Van Exel running the show. I want to just say take a dog because, right, you know what? You take a dog, you get remembered. It could cover, it could win outright. But it's at 7.5. You know what I want to do with the 7.5s? Listen, we're running through 50 games. I didn't bet 50 college football games. So bear with me if I'm putting a pick on a game you want. Marshall and Penn State, 24.5, 54.5. I got Penn State under for the year, but let's be honest. You should win this game. Why are they 9.5? Matt Campbell got won more than 9 games once. Now he's going to go to the Big Ten and win 10 games? I don't think so. Tulane and Duke, the Duke Mayo Bowl. Their Mayo's not too bad. 9.5, 51.5 pretty much everywhere. No real change. Is it wrong to want to take Tulane in this one? I want to take Tulane. Flip my little page here. I want to take Tulane. This is a little tad too high here. 9.5. Where's my pen? My pen! I got my little mini Sharpie for my football game today. Tulane is getting a little note, as is at NC State versus Virginia. Texas State and Texas. 30. 30 and a half. Half of the total. Oh, boy. Here's another one. Florida State. Texas. You going to run it up here? Oh, we're playing it safe. I think you should just run it up. Friends are not on the other sideline. You need your quarterback in stride, in a groove, Heisman, undefeated season, all that crap. This better be like 56-0. Really. Boise against the Ducks of Oregon. I can't believe the love for Boise here. 24.5, 52.5. Why do I think Oregon's going to just like pass up and down on these guys? I don't think Boise's ready for an Oregon attack. This ain't Oregon State. This is Oregon. Oregono. Give me Oregon. Team total. I want to say a quarterback. What kind of prop you get on him throwing the ball? I like Oregon here. Let's see comments before we get to this other half here. Hawaii's at Stanford. I like Stanford. Your record for baseball. I'm not doing baseball on a football show. DraftKings and FanDuel are partners that way. Yeah, one's always up, one's down. Jackson House hitting some late night table tennis. There you go. Table tennis betting. Late night. Okie dokie.
Stop it. Get some help.
Okie dokie. Can't say it's not going to sail over. It's a bigger number, and all it takes is one team not to do nothing, and you got 44-0, 44-7, and you're done. Mike Yates. My top two picks week one NFL, New England and Arizona. I'm already against you on New England. I already bet the other way there. You know what? You're going to be double digits with Arizona. I mean, I don't mind that. I can be talked into that in the NFL, double digits. We're not doing it with New England. Toledo's a lock. Baylor, Fresno plus 2.5. Tulane as well. I know zero about these teams. That's all right. New Mexico State, you're locking them in against Florida State with that big number. I mean, that is a big number. That is a big number, Dylan. Florida State, a team has not been good. Where's the 345 window? Here we go. Okie State and Tulsa. I want to take Tulsa as a home dog here. Let's start moving a little bit. We're a half hour in. We're still got a bunch of games to do here. Northern Iowa and Iowa. I lean Iowa to win here, but honestly, I think the safer play would probably be the under, because I don't know if Northern Iowa will score 10 points. So give me the under there. Wyoming, Colorado. Of course, this is a Wyoming spot. Let's go Wyoming. There's no way I'm taking Colorado as a favorite, even if they could come in off a win. It is not changing my mind. I will definitely take the points here. 3.5 out here now with Colorado State. Sign me up. FIU in South Florida. How about an over in this one? 26.5, 58.5. It got hit hard, up from 54.5. There's 59s out there as well. Still think this goes over. This is a 60-pluser here. Sam Houston and Troy. I got Sammy plus 18. It's 14.5 now. 16.5. Let's see what else we got here from Sam Houston. We're catching 16.5, 16.5, 16, 16.5 is all over the place now. Pretty steady at 16.5. But I'm just taking the Sam Huey. We got the points. We'll take them here. I know it's come down. So be it. And again, Sam Houston's going to be bad this year. But so there were some 14.5s out there. Now it's basically flat 16.5s all over the place. Mizzou and A&M, 39 points from Missouri State. Let's move on. We got Arkansas State. The Red Wolves catching 9.5 from Memphis. I would take Arkansas State here. There are 10s out there. There's a 10.5 at Hard Rock. It could be double digits. Listen, Memphis is breaking in a whole new group. Head coach on down. Going to lay 10 points to a small school. It's going to be like, we want to beat a bigger school. No, give me the Red Wolves. Western Michigan and Michigan. 26.5 for Western. I want to take Western because I think everybody's down on Michigan, right? But if that has to come back and bite us, and Michigan's going to just roll, well, you think it's going to be one of those kind of close games. But then all hell breaks loose, and they're in a fight for their lives. But you think it should be. It's like, we're playing a directional school. Well, I could easily fade Michigan all season long here. I mean, Western's going to be up for this game. Clemson and LSU, I got LSU, and lo and behold, a bad number, 11.5. I got the 11.5 in this game. So there is that. I don't always get the best number. Would I rather have a 9.5? Sure, but that's ticked back up here to 10.5. There's a 12 into the waters already. 12. I gotta see what's going on over there with that 12s. Anyway, here we go. UNLV, UL Monroe, Mississippi State. When's the last time Mississippi State's resembled a functional football team? I can't remember. Jackie Sherrill running the show back in the day? Was he the basketball coach? $29.5 is a FanDuel, 28.5. What do we have here? $29s. I'm trying to somehow make a case for Monroe. I can't. There's 50 games. I can't like them all. Florida Atlantic and Florida. Where's Florida Atlantic? FAU. Here we go. Florida Atlantic, 26.5, 58.5. Don't be different. There's a 59 out there. I could go over to 58.5 with you. I mean, 57 was what it was. I'm inclined to go over Florida Atlantic. Central Michigan and New Mexico. New Mexico was supposed to be kind of tough this year. Opened at 12.5. Still 12.5 at DraftKings. 10.5s, FanDuel. 11.5, 12.5 in the desert with South Point and Circa. FanDuel must know something. The quarterback hurt? Nobody knows. I thought I read something where quarterback was hurt for New Mexico. I don't know. Why does it come down 2 points? There's UNLV again. Now up to 3. I believe we had Hawaii over UNLV, or maybe it was Hawaii over Stanford last year in week 1. This has gone from 1.5 to 3. And again, we saw the UNLV line against Memphis go from 3 to 6. Somebody knows who's starting or getting the bulk of the reps or whatever. Or they're just sowing to know that the Hawaii guys are getting wrecked on the mainland and will be in no shape to perform when they come home. That's UNLV. Again, UNLV favored in every game this year. UCLA and Cal, I did take UCLA plus 1.5 in this one. So there is that. Total-wise, 54.5 now. I would lean under. 24-20 is an under. 31-20 is an under. Mini under. Western Kentucky 3, 52.5, and Nevada. Currently the same. 2.5 across the board and 53.5 across the board. So no movement in this one. I did take Nevada. We got them at +3, so a tad of value, I guess. If we kick a field goal and settle by half, we'll at least push. Apple Cuppers, Washington State and Washington. No thanks. Notre Dame, as I said, here's a team. You pulled all the stunts last year. Take care of business. You take care of business. Mike Norvell's got to take care of business. Michigan State. Hell, I'll throw Bama back in and take care of business. You know, all these schools, you want to be thought of as, oh, we're really good? Well, prove it, Alabama. Let's go, Notre Dame. Win by 30 here. Florida State. Are you a legit team that's crying about being left out of plus when you're undefeated and gone 3-17 since? Notre Dame, you said we don't want to play in your bowl game. Well, you're favored in all games. Going to win this one by 21? I think they should win by 20, 30 points anyway. Put whiskey out of the misery early. I'm on Notre Dame. Louisville and Ole Miss. I like Louisville in this one. I did take Louisville plus 6.5. Give me some Cardinal action. Where's this at? Hawaii. So Louisville and where I lost it. Where'd it go? All these added games are just messing up my board here. Still 6.5s, 55.5s out there. Obviously, I think Louisville's the play here. Ole Miss, new coach, although it's from the inside, and they not mad that Lane Kiffin left. But I'll still go Louisville in this one. Final game 50. Again, these are just the big schools. We didn't go to the little guys. The SMU in Florida State. You're a 2-point home dog, Norval. Are you for real? Are you a man or a muppet? Pooper, get off the pot. Let's get a win here. Florida State for me. at the comments. Chargers lost their center for the season. Yeah, he's out. Dylan's not loving Florida State. I understand. Since 1990, week one NFL, 8+ point more dogs, 50, 23, 50, 25, 67%. So who's fitting the 8+ dog role this year? One big dog, Arizona Cardinals. And again, you got an experienced quarterback. So you can think whatever you want about the guy. Not a good starter. He's like a 1B starter. He's a good bench guy come in for 6 games. He's getting results in the NFL. And they're playing the Chargers. Get their own quarterback to worry about. Let's go, Arizona. Week 1 NFL. Teams face the division opponent, which they lost both meeting in previous seasons, are 68-45-3. So who fits the O2? Kansas City fits the O2. I like Kansas City, and I'm already laying 2.5. 2.5. Let's see these NFLs, and we'll be on our way. All right, we got the Patriots and Seattle. You know I'm already over New England. I have Seattle here, minus. I got a 3.5 and a 4 with Seattle. It is what it is. I still like Seattle. Rams and Frisco. Rams minus 2.5 for me in this one. Although there are 3.5s, even a 4 out there now. Do I have these lines up? No. We have 4s. 4 in the water, 4 at South Point. Could very well move to 4 here. I'm already on the Rams. I'm happy. Browns and the Jaguars, 7.5. That's as much as I want to take the Browns. The 7.5 is telling me Jaguars. 3.5 for Cincy, same thing here. 3.5, 7.5, 2.5, 6.5. The little half that would maybe people say, I take that and you'll lose by a field goal. I don't look at it that way. I look at that they're trying to be like, they think this is going to be a 3-point game. And Cincinnati's going to win it by 11. Let's go, Cincy. Ravens, Colts. Interesting matchup here. I want to say over in this one with Daniel Jones and Lamar here. Early season, we see him throw the ball. They're playing in the dome anyway. So Lamar should be chucking the ball all over the place. 40.5 is a big number. I don't think it matters for this team. I think this is like a 34-30 kind of game anyway. High scoring. Atlanta and the Steelers. You know I like Atlanta. Stefanski, the coach, the players like the coach. He gets the most out of his guys. And he's playing Pittsburgh, who he's familiar with. He's familiar with their guys. Their coach. They don't know how he's going to run. I mean, they know he's going to turn Bijan into Chubb and stuff like that, but the guys can coach. I took last week or the other day, we took a coach of the year, 20-1. 21. You get 3s. There's 3s out there all over the place. Get the 3. Bills in Houston. I took Houston here, and I'm a little worried here. Plus 2.5. Already problems in the locker room with and I say that because you got guys hurt. They have offensive line is still a mess, and here I am plus 2.5. Plus 1.5. I'm thinking 2 because I see -1 here for them now. I don't like hedge it off. I'm going to ride it. You never know. It's week 1. Anything's possible. Bears and Panther. I like the Panthers. We're our first best already of the season. plus 2.5. I am sure this will go to 3 by game time. People love the Bears. Love the Bears. I'm not a Bear guy. No thanks. So we had different numbers last week. 44.5, 46s, 46.5, 40. You see them all up on the board. As of today, this is a 47, 47.5 flat. So there's the 47 range, and that's it. Everything else is off the board. Not listed. I can't find it here. Jets and the Titans. I want to take the Jets. I do. A little more experience with Geno Smith over Cam Ward. But you're going to have to swallow that big stink pill to take the Jets. Nobody's giving him a shot. I like Geno. I think Geno's only got to come into a couple games. They still got some talent on offense. I'm not taking it down. I put him out here. It's for all the world to see. Saints and the Lions. I like the Saints. Now, this isn't even 7. This wasn't a 7.5. Flat 7. No movement on this guy. Nothing. That being said, didn't go to 7.5. There's a 6.5 at the Hard Rock. I like New Orleans. As I said, last year they got rid of the backup. Well, they started Rattler, benched him, got mixed results, but there was we're done and we play that crap. I like the Saints to be hungry still. 4 o'clock action, Arizona and the Chargers. Big spread. We talked about this one already. I could easily get behind taking double-digit points with Arizona. Raiders, 3.5. We'll see how Genti is. He went down. I like the Dolphins either way here. I want to see things from the new QB. Washington and the Eagles. 4.5 basically everywhere. 46.5. A couple 47.5. So I don't worry about the total. I like the points here with Washington. I've grabbed the Commies plus 5.5. No sophomore slump because he was hurt last year, but I think Daniels could sling it a little bit here. I do. And the Eagles, they're already bickering. Already chirping at each other. Give me the Washington. All right, Packers and the Vikings. I've already taken. I take Green Bay, and I did not take Green Bay already. Well, no Green Bay spot for me. I thought I took them, and I didn't. Plus 1.5, total 45.5. It is tough going against Minnie because I love the coach. Can Kyler Murray just put down the controller for a day and get in the MVP race with this guy as your coach? As much as I like him, the guy on the other sideline does me no favors where I'm pulling for everybody to do something because he's going to call a bonehead play. All right, Sunday night are Dallas and the boys. 2.5. There is a 3. There's 3s in the desert. I'm not going to be shocked if this is going to move up. And I'm a Dallas guy. See my Randy White. Do I want to take him? Yeah, I can't stand the Giants. But if I bet this one, no. Giants have the better defense. But the offenses are totally polar opposites. I like the Cowboys. I want to say under because I think the defense holds them in check. But with Dart, I can see him chucking the ball, maybe making a mistake. It's a no-go. No-go for me. As much as I want Dallas, haven't played it. AM put the stat up there. Chiefs against Broncos. Broncos have been winning the series. Yeah, my brother's just. Oh yeah. What are we doing with this one? As AM said, the Chiefs 0-2. The trend points to them. The Broncos, even prior year, should have grabbed them. But I got Kansas City 2.5. He's playing, I think, week 1. I mean, I wanted to see a Josh Fields. But he's back. Hello, Brian. I'm putting the new YouTube in the chat. Want to go subscribe to it. Put out some videos over there as well. Come check it out. Come check it out. I'm exhausted. That's a wrap for the NFL and college. It's here. Football has arrived. Maybe I'll see if I could dig up somebody for some Thursday football action. We have quite a few, not just some. We have quite a few FCSs going at it. Moving on to Titans win total this week. I think a lot of people like the Titans. I've only done one NFL total. It's Patriots under for plus money. I took the plus money at 9.5. I should have just laid the juice at 10.5. No, I'm out of here. Good luck. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.